What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey, everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. All right, we're going back to Radiohead. Yes, indeed. Radiohead Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Archdemon, and Archdemon wanted to see me react to this song by Radiohead called Let Down. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Newfound Recordings, okay? And the video has 2.4 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Radiohead, Let Down. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. It's a very chill song, very relaxed song, typical Radiohead song. Okay, if anybody were to ask me who is okay, someone comes up to me and they says, you know, I've heard of this band Radiohead. What do they sound like? Honestly, I could absolutely see myself pulling this song right here and give it them and going, this is going to pretty much sum it up. Okay, now there's always going to be variances. There's always going to be some songs that are a little different, but this will pretty much sum up Radiohead in a nutshell. Okay, they write easy listening tunes, easy listening songs, very groove-centric songs. Not a whole lot of complexity when it comes to their songwriting, but they have some elements that are kind of out there at times. But for the most part, the songs are very chill, very relaxed. If you suffer from insomnia, this might help you. You know, it just might. By Radiohead's own standards, this is very middle of the road. It really is. This is, I hate to say it, but this is a song that could get lost in the shuffle very easily when it comes to Radiohead songs. There's really nothing about this song that's standing out to me. Even the dissonance, like every once in a while I hear the dissonance kick in, I'm like, But the thing is, the dissonance resolves every time. It doesn't just sit there and be dissonant just for the sake of being dissonant. No, it's dissonant, it's dissonant, it's dissonant, and it resolves every single time like clockwork. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I love how people have gotten this idea that I hate dissonance. I don't hate dissonance as long as it's used properly, you know? It's not overly used. The entire song's not built around dissonance. And as long as it resolves, yeah, no problem. I got no issue with it. The vocals are being done well. I'm not necessarily a fan of them, but I mean, they're being done well. And I'll say this is some of the stronger vocal work I've heard on Radiohead recordings. A lot of the times Tom's vocals are very thin, very breathy, kind of airy type of style that he's kind of known for. Let's be honest here. It's kind of a calling card of Tom York's. Not so much here. A little more attention is being put into projection and power on this. So that's a nice little touch. I like that. Yeah, I mean, this song's not complicated. It's pretty easy to follow along with. I'm not sure how this is going to go. We're only halfway through it though, so let's keep going here. Synthesizer coming out of nowhere over the top. Almost sounds like some sort of a computer sequence. That was interesting. Did not see that coming. It was very abrupt. There was no lead in. It just out of nowhere entered and made its presence felt. I mean, it okay. I'm fine with it. It was different. It's definitely something I wasn't expecting, and that's okay. My only concern was how hard it came in. But the more I think about it, I think it was fine. If it had come in any louder, any harder, I think it would have become too much of a distraction. I think it would have taken away from the song as a whole. But it walked a fine line, though, boy. It sure did. Like I said, if it had come in louder, that it could have been bad. But it came in at just the right level so that it didn't detract from the song. So that's fine. I didn't see that coming from a mile away. It was a little surprising. There it is again. I wonder if that has some correlation. This is from the album OK Computer. I wonder if this has some correlation with that. Having those computer tones. I wonder if that might be an ongoing theme within this album. Very possible. I can see Radiohead doing something like that. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've heard other songs by Radiohead that I thought were far better than this one, but they didn't do anything wrong per se. So not sure how we're going to score this. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Radiohead with Let Down. This was a request from Archdemon. Okay. I thought about it. I have a score. And I can promise you, as soon as I give the score, every Radiohead fan's knee-jerk reaction is going to be to go looking for the pitchforks and the torches. Because they're thinking, they're going to think that I'm giving this a bad score. Number one, I promise you it's not. If you will just listen to my explanation of what the score actually translates to, I think at least 80% of you will calm down, okay? And then once I give my reasons for coming up with the score, I think an additional 10% will calm down. There's always going to be that 10% they're going to believe that everything Radiohead does deserves a 10. You know, there's always going to be those individuals. I can't help those people. You know, if they're going to be that blinded and they're going to have that kind of blind devotion to a band, I mean, that is absolutely their choice. You know, that is their decision to make. But as I've always said, whenever you follow blindly, you need to be very careful because you really gotta think about who you're giving your blind devotion to, who you're giving your devotion blindly to. So having said that, let's start with the score. And like I said, I'm ready for the knee-jerk reactions.
Kill him! Kill the traitor!
On a scale of 1 to 10, brace yourselves, okay? I promise you, it's not a bad score. I promise, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.5. Yep, 6.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, 6.5. What does that mean? Listen very carefully, Radiohead fans, okay? Feeling you, all right? Feeling you. Listen carefully to what a 6.5 means, okay? I promise you, this is going to calm at least 80% of you down. A 6.5 would translate to a pretty good scale rating. It's not a negative. We're not down in the bads or the terribles or the horribles. It means it's a pretty good song, okay? it would get 3 out of 5 stars, and here's where you really need to pay attention, a B- letter grade. Yes, a B-. B as in boy, not C, not D, B-. So there you go, a 6.5, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade, okay? Now, everybody take a deep breath. Okay, we all feel better now, right? Okay, that's fine. Okay, he doesn't hate it. No, I don't hate it. Now, how did I come up with that 6.5? So glad you asked, because I'm sure there's another 20% that are still on the warpath right now. Hear me out. Okay, I promise it'll make sense. By Radiohead's own standards. And listen, Radiohead and I have had a journey on this channel. If I'm being honest, I'm saying this with the utmost respect to Radiohead and to Radiohead fans. Radiohead is probably the most polarizing band I've had on this channel. I have given Radiohead songs scores seriously down in the 2s. Like, I think I gave one of their songs, I think I gave it a 2.3. I think I gave another one like a 3.1. I mean, they've had scores that are way down there. On the flip side, there have also been songs from them that I've given high 8s to and low 9s to. I think the highest score I've given Radiohead, I think, was a 9.2 or a 9.3, I think. And I think there was a 9.1 and there was some high 8s, like 8.8, 8.7. And every point in between. They've gotten 4s, they've gotten 5s, they've gotten 6s, they've gotten 7s. They have seriously run the gambit here on my channel. So when I say they're the most polarizing band I've had on the channel, believe me when I say this, folks, I say that with the utmost respect, okay? What that means for me is I have a lot of variety as far as scoring goes. And there's no expectation. None. When people watch, okay, for example, when I do a reaction to, say, Nightwish fans will come into these reactions and they're going to be feeling pretty good that I'm going to give like an 8 or a 9. You know, most times they're correct. Sometimes they're not. I've given them some 7s, and I think I even gave them a 6. So there's never any guarantee, okay? But they know that we're going to be in this ballpark. The thing with Radiohead is you don't even know what state we're going to be playing in. Forget about the ballpark. Every state has like 3 or 4 ballparks in it. Which one are we going to be playing in? Forget about the ballpark within each state. What state are we going to be in? Are we going to be on the East Coast, or are we going to be on the West Coast? That's what kind of makes Radiohead reactions so interesting. I always look forward to doing Radiohead reactions. I may not always like the song, but the reaction and the scoring is always kind of be a bit of a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get. This song, to me, is very middle of the road Radiohead. It's right smack dab in the middle of their own standards. Everything I've heard from them so far, this is a very average sounding song. Did they do anything wrong? No, they didn't do anything wrong, okay? Their chordal progression made sense. Melodics sounded really good, over the top. Harmonies sounded really good. Instrumentation sounded just fine. The vocals, if anything, I would say this is, for me personally, on recordings, studio recordings, I think this is actually some of the most interesting vocals I've heard Thom Yorke do. He was pretty strong on this. Not wispy, not breathy, not airy, not thin. He came projected with this one, projected and supported. And I like that. I definitely like that. It fits the motif of the song. Song has a very laid back feel, but at the same time, it does have a groove. You know, this song was very groove centric. Yes, easy feel, sure, no problem. Laid back feel, sure, no problem. But the groove was there, okay? Very important for me. They didn't do anything wrong with it. I'm not going to sit here and blow things out of proportion and say that what they did with the song was absolutely mind-blowing. No, it wasn't. There was nothing mind-blowing about this song. Nothing. The only thing I could say that really kind of caught my ear and I said was interesting was the usage of those computer digital sounds. I don't know where those came from. Now, I saw from the artwork this came from the album OK Computer. Now, could someone clue me in on this? Is this, for lack of a better explanation, is this a running joke that happens throughout all the songs of OK Computer? You know, are there always these computer sounds in every single song, which ties all the songs together within this album that is titled OK Computer? Is that the running joke? I mean, if it is, I think that's pretty cool. And that definitely adds some interest. It's almost like playing a game of, you know, Where's Waldo? You gotta be listening to the song carefully to find out those computer sounds. Oh, I found them. I found them on that song. Okay, let's see if I can find them again on the next song. You know, it can become a game. No, I felt good with this. It's all right. It's pretty good. Will I ever listen to this song again? I doubt it. If I'm being honest, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna sit and go, oh yeah, I love this song. No, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just not my thing. It's not my bag. It's not something I would ever listen to on the regular. I'm sure there are people out there that will say this is their favorite song of all time. Okay, fine. I'm not arguing with it. I'm not discrediting it. Everyone's going to have their favorites, and that's perfectly fine. It's just not for me. But overall, nonetheless, I still looking at the song objectively, I still think it deserves a pretty good score. So 6.5, that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.5, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.